Good afternoon, baseball fans. Welcome to today's doubleheader featuring the visiting team, the University of Mary, and your St. Mary's Rattlers. Today's doubleheader is sponsored by Union Pacific, a proud to partner with nearly 7,300 communities across 23 states. With a record of more than 150 years of high ethical standards, teamwork, and community service, Union Pacific is the premier railroad in North America. Union Pacific offers employees opportunities to build their talents and impact almost any industry in the nation. Learn more about how you can build America with Union Pacific at www.jobs. Thanks to our friends at Union Pacific for sponsoring. Welcome to beautiful Dixon Stadium. Game 2 of the doubleheader just about to get underway. If you missed out on Game 1, your Rattlers victorious 5-1. Very exciting game there. Gardner, he was able to pick up that victory. He pitched all 7 innings. Well, Rattler fans, the long-awaited debut, it is time. Matt McClain will be taking the mound here for the Rattlers in Game 2 of this doubleheader. Matt McClain, this will be his season debut. A little bit of a nagging injury to start the year, but good to see he's made the recovery and he'll be starting us off. Matt, last season a 3.64 ERA, 8-5 on the record. Most impressively, though, in 96 and a third innings pitched, Matt, he recorded 97 strikeouts. So, be looking for some big things out of Matt McClain here. He has some catching up to do in the strikeout race. Viana Gutierrez touch tone. As looks like we're ready to get underway. It'll be Andrew Byer leading it off for the University of Mary. Pitch number 1, fastball called strike 1. McClain, he's a power pitcher, so expect him to set his stuff up here early. Let's go on ahead. Let's meet the University of Mary lineup. You have Andrew Byer in there. He'll be playing center field. Trenton Hove, he'll be the left fielder over there, batting second, strike 2. Next up, you'll have Sean Hinnon. He'll be batting third and playing that catcher role. Corey Dixon will bat after him and play right. After him, it'll be Will Petterner. As that one off speed, it's lifted up towards center field. Perez is on. He'll make the catch, 1 away. Batting in that number 6 hole, it'll be Drew Fairbach. He'll be playing third base. After Fairbach, it'll be Dopenke, as he'll be the designated hitter here today. After him, Mason Schiff, he'll bat 8th and play short. And rounding out the lineup, it'll be Ethan Mead, the second baseman. Bunt showed, but not laid down. Strike 1 called. Matt in action. That one lifted high into the air over towards right, but just out of play. Matt, this is what he likes to do. He likes to get aggressive on batters towards the beginning of the ball games. Really likes to get ahead, use his good stuff. Matt, before the season started, he very much liked the bats that the Rattlers had. He said that he's looking forward to having a good season himself, but he does like the Rattler bats. This one, a 3-hopper over to Mario. Throw is on time, and that'll do it. 2 away.
Catcher Sean Hennon.
Now Sean Hennon will come to the plate. Now 0-1 on the year for the Marauders. They're opening up this season with the Rattlers here at Dixon. St. Mary's, they're now improved to 5-4 on the year. That one just a bit inside. That's actually the first ball that McClain's thrown to these first 3 batters, so he's being very aggressive. This one lifted in the air. Perez looks to have a beat on it. In the end, it'll be coming on and making the call. So, quick 1-2-3 inning here for the Rattlers. Rattler bats coming up next. And welcome back, Rattler fans. Bottom of the first about to get underway. Opposing the Rattlers today is going to be Nicholas Stobie, his season debut here for the Marauders. Last year, Stobie, he had a 7.13 ERA and a 1-5 win-loss. He appeared in a total of 12 games for the Marauders, starting 10 of those. Pitched 53 innings, striking out 32 while walking 26. Brooks Sorton step in. Brooks so far on the young year hitting .485. It's a total of 16 for 33. First pitch dialed in there, called strike one to Brooks. Umpires today, it's going to be Hector Colon behind the plate. Kyle Wallace will be doing the base umpiring. Is that pitch out of the zone, 1-1. Let's go on ahead, meet the Rattlers lineup. It's going to be Brooks Orton leading off. He'll be playing that left field spot, as that one lifted foul down the left field line. A.J. Perez, he'll bat second and play center. He'll be followed by Derek Hamilton, the shortstop. Mario Maldonado, he'll bat after him and play second base. And then it'll be Jacob Marler, the right fielder. Bryce Brandell, he'll head after him and play that designated hitter role. After which it'll be Al Gonzalez in the number 7 spot. He'll be playing third base. Keith Funk, he'll be doing the catching in the second game of this doubleheader. He'll bat 8th. And Joe Hermson, he'll round out the lineup and play first base. 2-2 the count. That one by Stobie in the dirt and bounces back to the backdrop, 3-2. The Rattlers did face Stobie last year. I remember when the Marauders came into town. So they do have their scouting report, and I'm sure Stobie has the... Here's the 3-2. Outside, and Brooks, he'll draw a walk. He's been doing that often today, as the leadoff man is aboard.
Center fielder A.J. Perez.
Here's A.J. now coming to the plate. Perez coming into the day, a .387 hitter. He has himself 4 RBIs. Brooks, he is a big steal threat over there at first. 4-4 so far on the year. I want to know the count. Rattler fans, remind you, get interactive with us early. Check us out on Twitter at St. Mary's Rattlers and on Instagram, the same handle at St. Mary's Rattlers. 1-0 the count. There's a check over on Orton and nothing doing. And we have ourselves a full slate of games this weekend. Of course, we have this conclusion to this doubleheader, but men's baseball, they'll be back in action again tomorrow. Bunt being laid down, and wow, that one almost ended up all the way to the dugout. Also, softball, they have a tournament going on, so after this game's over, be sure to flip over to Rattler Network 1. That way you can check out some softball action. Also some tennis going on right now as well. We'll be sure to have write-ups of those and pictures on the site. So that one hot shot up the middle off the pitcher's glove. They managed to get one at second, but the throw on to first not in time. Interesting fielder's choice there. Score at 1-4-6 in your book. So one away. Perez replaces Orton at first. Now here comes Derek Hamilton to the plate. Hamilton, he's hitting .267 coming into today. He's got those 6 RBIs and the 1 homer. First pitch. No. Very nice to have Derek back in the lineup after he missed all of last year from recovering from an injury. That pitch outside, 2-0. He's one of those players who can be a big impact hitter, both power-wise and with his speed capabilities. That one a bit high, and it's 3-0. And welcome back, everyone. Top of the second about to get underway, but first, Union Pacific is proud to partner with nearly 7,300 communities across 23 states. With a record of more than 150 years of high ethical standards, teamwork, and community service, Union Pacific is the premier railroad in North America. Union Pacific offers employees opportunities to build their talents and impact almost any industry in the nation. Learn more about how you can build America with Union Pacific at www.up.jobs. And again, a big thank you to our sponsor, Union Pacific, as it is Union Pacific Day here at Dixon Stadium. Corey Dixon will be coming to the plate. McLean out there after a quick 1-2-3 inning. And Matt, that fastball, throws it early, throws it often. Strike one. That one a bit high, and it'll be 1-1 now. Let's go on ahead. Defense. From left to right across the outfield, it'll be Orton, Perez, and Marlar. So that pitch, just a bit outside. 2-1. It'll be Gonzalez over there at third. Hamilton and Maldonado playing up the middle. Hermson will be there at first. And Keith Funk behind the plate. Here it is. Shot over towards Alley. Regains his feet. The throw, a one-hopper. Oh, and Hermson just couldn't hang on to it. We're going to give the air to Hermson there, I do believe, as the first Marauder will be aboard. Good effort there by Gonzalez, getting his huge frame down on the ground and then getting his feet well enough to make that throw, but in the end it'll be a leadoff man aboard and Petner at the plate for the Marauders. Petner, he went 1 for 3 last game. He had a single, a pop out, a ground out as well. Gonzalez playing in very close on the grass, anticipating a bunt. It's that first pitch, a bit high, 1-0. See Petner stepping out of the box. The wind is blowing straight in today, if you can see the flags out there in center. So the ball will be knocked back just a bit. We saw that on a couple of fly balls in the first game. 1-0 still the count. See the outfield. And welcome back, Rattler fans. Bottom of the second inning just about to get underway. It'll be Al Gonzalez leading it off. That first pitch, a bit out of the zone, 1-0. Al, he had an RBI in the last game. Swing and a miss right there. So far on the year, Al, he's hitting .313. Just got his first RBI last game, so he's looking sharp out there. Oh, good off-speed pitch there by Stobie. 1-2 now the count. We haven't gotten a chance to, so let's go ahead and meet the Marauders defense from left to right. Across the outfield, it'll be Hovey, Byer, and Dixon. Fairbach, he'll be there at third as this one lifted towards left center field, and it'll fall for a leadoff single for Al. Schiff, he'll be there at short, Mead at second, and Petner over there at first. And then behind the plate, it'll be Hennon. So the same starting fielders as it was last game. Keith Funk now stepping to the plate. His first action of the day. A bunt laid down there by Keith, and it's a beaut as they'll advance the runner into scoring position already. So it'll be Hermson now coming to the plate, the number 9 hitter. St. Mary's, their bottom of their order's done a good job of turning around the lineup so far today, and actually so far this year. They've been very strong there. One away. That one out of the zone, ball 1. Orton waits on deck. This one lifted high into the air by Joe. Going back to the wall. It's gone. Oh, just foul. It looked like it just barely might have been fair, but you can tell by where the ball landed. It's a very long strike right there. Joe got a hold of that one. Al thought it was gone. You could tell by the way he started to run the bags. 1-1 now the count. Joe just got a piece of that one. 1-2 now. Hermson so far in the year entering play today. He's got that 154 batting average. Couple of RBIs though. He's been in a little bit of a funk so far to start the year. Pun not intended towards Keith, of course. 2-2. Pretty nice turnout to today's game. Students just starting to get out of class. One shot over towards short, taking it on a hop and throwing it onto first as Schiff. Tag was applied to Hermson, and now 2 away.
Left fielder Brooks Sportson.
So now here comes Brooks to the plate. He walked in his first plate appearance. St. Mary's going through their lineup very quickly already. Been through it once and won in a 2/3 innings. Al, he still leads from second. He actually had a very close play at the plate earlier today. He tried to slide in, but just couldn't beat the throw. It's barely nabbed out there. It's turned into actually a really nice day for some baseball. The sun's finally cooperating, as earlier today we were just swamped by some clouds. 0-1. about to get back to that time of the year where start jumping in the pool again, wearing those shorts and t-shirts every day. Which a reminder, Rattler fans, if you want to go ahead, stock up on some shirts, some shorts, check us out, rattlergear.com. This one lifted high into the air, going back. Oh, he didn't make the play as the ball got lost. It's going to be a double as Hovey wasn't able to make that play. He fell down against the fence. St. Mary's, they'll be up 2-0 now. Hovey didn't touch the ball, so it has to be scored to hit. They can't score that one in air. And so it'll be a 2-0 Rattler lead. And now you have Orton standing there on second base. He has some very good wheels. And Perez at the plate. He's shown that he's been more than capable so far this year. St. Mary's getting a little bit of a break in their own ballpark right there. You can hear the wind really starting to pick up now. It's blowing on our outdoor mic straight away. That could have partially been the reason why Hovey wasn't able to make that nab. The sun's also setting in the direction he's looking in, so it's a tough play to make. Well, 2 away. Here's Perez. The Rattlers' chance to really capitalize now. Stobie starts him off speed. Good pitch, strike one. Perez, he reached on a fielder's choice in the first, so he's 0 for 1. Came around, scored a run. That was on the Marlar RBI single. That one a little bit low and inside, maybe just a touch as well. 1-1. The 1-1. 1-2. Perez now, he'll have to be defensive. He did have a nice at-bat in the first game. He saw 8 pitches in that one. Eventually came out on top with the opposite field single. As he pokes at that one, and it's kind of lifted towards short, and that'll do it for the inning. But not before St. Mary's able to capitalize. They'll tack on one more run. St. Mary's leads 2-0 over the Marauders here on the Rattler Network. And welcome back, Rattler fans. It'll be Depker, Schiff, and me due up this inning. Bottom of the order for the Marauders. Is that one out of the zone, 1-0. That one popped, foul, towards the car lot. I'm sure everything will be okay if we just think it's okay. 1-1 the count. That one popped foul again, towards the cars. Again, I'm sure everything will be okay. Well, 1-2 the count. Kalani has his sign. He's been aggressive today. Now with a 2-run lead, he can really afford to. That 1-1 hopper over to Hamilton off the hands of Depke, and 1 away.
Schiff.
Here comes Mason Schiff now to the plate. Mason in the first game, he was 0 for 2, had a sac bunt in there. Grounded out twice as well. Actually, nothing's left the infield for him quite yet. Is that one out of the zone, 1-0.
Hamilton.
And the third set to get underway. It'll be Hamilton, Maldonado, and then Marlar due up this inning for the Rattlers. Hamilton, he had that single his first time up. He's showing bunt here. So it looks like they were playing a little bit deeper on him, and he thought he could take advantage, but just not able to get that one down. It'll be strike number one. Stobie's out there, but he's the Rattlers, they've put him to the test. They already put up 4 hits on him, I should say. Ooh, good off-speed pitch there, though, and quickly now, Hamilton down 0-2. Just a bit inside. That one hit up in the air towards left center field, charging on, and making the catch will be Hovey. 1 away.
Second baseman, Maldonado.
So that's the first time today, or I should say in this game, that the Rattler leadoff man has not gotten on, but see if the Rattlers can put something together nonetheless. Here's Maldonado. He popped out to Dixon over there in right field his last time up. And a called strike one as Mario looked like he was looking the whole way. Mario moving up in the order. He's batting that cleanup role here today. Is that one? The appeal down. Did not go around. 1-1. Mario's one of those guys, if he gets his bat hot, he can really just carry your offense for a couple of weeks. We've seen it before. So that one fouled off, 1-2. It's actually been quite the transformation to see from him being a freshman, recruited as a pitcher. He eventually was able to come around and win that starting second baseman job. That was his freshman year. Always batted ninth, though. Yeah, I mean, he's a freshman. You got to learn a little bit. And then, you know, his growth that we've seen since then. I guess it might be more noticeable to me just because I'm the same age as him, but just a really having a very, very nice career so far for these Rattlers. It's still a long way to go. He's got a senior year ahead of him now. 2-2. And the count now runs full. Stobie full pitches in a row, trying to get Mario swinging a couple of bad ones there. Here's the 3-2. That one lifted in the air, and looks like Mario will hang around to see at least one more as that one bounces on top of the locker room area. The 3-2. Out of the zone, and Mario able to draw the walk, so a patient at bat pays off.
Right fielder, Jake Marlar.
Now here comes Marlar to the plate. Marlar, 1 for 2. He had that RBI single his first time up. Marlar drawing both starts today. That one bounces in, 1-0. Stobie, he's been putting it in the dirt a little bit here today, showing some good confidence into his catcher, Hennon. 1-0. There goes the runner. It's a hit and run, so it'll be a little grounder over towards second base. It's handled by Meade. 1 away. Oh, 2 away, I should say. Beg your pardon.
Designated hitter, Bryce Randall.
Well, Brandel will now come to the plate, though. Runner in scoring position. See what Bryce can do. His time is called. Randall, 0 for 1. Popped out his last time up. As he looks at a called strike 1. Decent lead over for Mario there at second base. 1-1 now the count. Beg your pardon. Here's Stobie to the plate, and that one up, it gets away. Past ball, and Mario will mosey on over to third. Two and one. Infield playing very deep. Brandel fouls one off, 2-2. In fact, everyone's playing on the fringe of the grass in the infield except for over there at first base. Petner, he's playing maybe a step in. Outfield shading over a little bit towards left field. Here's the 2-2. Brandel, that one hops over to first, and it's a foul ball, and perhaps that call going to benefit St. Mary's, as Brandel might have just gotten an extra life right there. It's that bat very much a battle right now. Rattlers 3-0. So that one popped back and over towards the softball fields. We'll do 2-2 again. Both softball fields being used today, as there is a tournament going on. St. Mary's Invitational. So that one shot over towards second. Meade will have it, and that'll do it for the inning. So no runs on no hits, 1 man left aboard. Rattlers still lead 2-0 here on the Rattler Network. Welcome back, Rattler fans. Top of the fourth about to get underway, but first, a word from our sponsors. Union Pacific is proud to partner with nearly 7,300 communities across 23 states. With a record of more than 150 years of high ethical standards, teamwork, and community service, Union Pacific is the premier railroad in North America. Union Pacific offers employees opportunities to build their talents and impact almost any industry in the nation. Learn more about how you can build America with Union Pacific at www.up.jobs. So McLean back out and working. 0-1 already the count. So that one just a tad out of the zone, and it'll be 1-1. McLean, he'll face the top of the order. It'll be Beyer, Hovey, and Hennon. So that one popped out of play, and right behind us here at the booth. 1-2 now. McLean, he's looked pretty nice in his season debut so far. That one, ooh, just a touch outside of the zone. 2-2. Women's tennis, they were victorious today. They swept the University of Texas. Ooh, is that one a little high, a little tight. 3-2. They swept the University of Texas Permian Basin 9-0 in Heartland Conference play. So, a very strong start from the women's tennis team. They'll be looking for another nice season as they made a run to regionals. That was last year. Ball 4 called right there as Beyer will be aboard. Trenton Hovey now to the plate. Last time up, he grounded out to second. And I'll check on over to first on Beyer. Nothing doing right there. Beyer, one of the newcomers on this Marauder team, so don't quite know his statistics. They'll check on over the pickoff throw, just not in time. And Keith Funk, he'll do that to you. He's a catcher who's not afraid of throwing down and trying to get that snap throw off towards the bag. He's very accurate with it. And he'll get a couple people this season. 1-0 the count. As that one a little push bunt. They're trying to get Hermsen off the bag, but it eventually went foul. 1-1. McLean, a tug of the cap, and he'll re-step on the rubber. Check on over, nothing doing over there with Beyer. Matt just keeping a close eye. Speaking of other Rattler team basketball, Desi Elias won Heartland Conference Player of the Week. Very nice week out of her. Men's basketball as well. #1 in the Heartland Conference now, as that one fouled off. Amongst all teams eligible to qualify for conference play, that is. They have 3 games left in their season, so these are very crucial Heartland Conference games remaining on the schedule, and perhaps a chance to host the Heartland Conference tournament. It's always so much fun when we get the opportunity to do something like that. 1-2. And McLean, he'll check on Beyer again. Again, the Major League Baseball recently coming out with some new rules about pace of play. And ones I tend to agree with all of them. as this one grounded over to third. Oh, Gonzalez not able to get a mid on it as it'll get into left field. Looked like it might have just skipped over his glove.
Catcher, Sean Henning.
Well, they're going to give the base hit right there. It's the first one McLean's allowed on the day. And now there will be two aboard with Henny at the plate. McLean looking in. Middle infielders, they're playing for that double play ball. Corner infielders, they're playing very tight in on that grass, anticipating a bunt shown. Off the plate, 1-0. We'll see how McLean handles this. This is the first time he's actually really been in any kind of trouble. Bunt shown, a bit tight, and a ball. So now 2-0. What do you do if you're Matt here? I mean, you don't want to be obvious and throw a fastball, but might be your only option here. Runner's going, and that one over to Gonzalez. Potential at a triple play here, the step on second, and it is! So, technically another 1-2-3 inning for Matt McLean. I don't know how he keeps doing this, but a triple play there for St. Mary's as the Marauders run themselves into the situation. No runs on one hit, none left on base here on the Rattler Network. All right, Rattler fans, welcome back. Bottom of the underway. They call the double play a pitcher's best friend. Well, what does that make a triple play? St. Mary's just turning one. Al Gonzalez, he'll be leading off. We'll see Funk and Hermson do up this inning as well. As it'll be the bottom of the order due up for the Rattlers this inning. That one dialed in there. Called strike one. Gonzalez, he's 1 for 1 on the day. Scored a run. As that one popped high into the air, and it'll get out of play. And Al, he finds himself down 0-2. Oh, and 2 here to Gonzalez. We'll see what he can do as he'll have to battle back. Is that one out of the zone, 1-2. I can't believe how crazy that is, a triple play for the Rattlers. I don't think I've seen one in my 4 seasons I've called here so far. That's fun. 2-2. And it's now full count as Al's been disciplined and looked at 3 in a row here. StMU, here's the pitch. That one fouled back, and Al, he'll hang around a little bit longer. We'll do 3-2 again. Al spoils another. I had this idea when I first started broadcasting that whenever a batter was in an at-bat like Al is right now, and if he kept spoiling pitches, I'd start saying like spoilers to movies. And it was an awful idea as Al lifts this one high in the air towards right center field. On to make the play is Dixon. But just something funny, I thought. Who knows, maybe one day I'll do it for one at bat, but only for like old movies and TV shows. I wouldn't want angry. Here's Keith Funk now to the plate. He had a sacrifice bunt his first time up. That one out of the zone, ball 1. Keith, that one. Little one hopper on over to second. Mead will make the play, and very quickly now, 2 Rattlers retired. Here's Hermson now coming on up. He grounded out to short his last time up. I kind of remarked last inning. It's the first time McLean's been in trouble this year. How will he react to it? Just get a triple play. Might as well, right? I don't know why more people don't just do that. Well, 0-1 to Joe. And that one bounces in, and it's 1-1 now. StMU has been bouncing quite a few. You can do that as long as you got a good catcher back there. Called strike 2. Joe yet to swing the bat in this at bat. He's being conservative. This one hit high up into the air. A Buyer will be under it, and that'll do it for the inning. So 1-2-3 goes St. Mary's. We're heading to the 5th. Rattlers lead it 2-0. Welcome back, Rattler fans. Top of the
Leading up the
5th.
with Marauders.
About to get underway. It'll be Dixon, Petner, and then Fairbach due up this inning. McLean, he's been solid in his debut. Called strike one right there. Corey Dixon, he reached base his first time up. He's 0 for 1 though. Reached on an error. So this one lifted high into the air towards left field. Going back is Orton, and he'll make the snag up against the fence. 1 away. Orton, he got a nice jump on that one. Was able to just backpedal the whole way. Here comes Petner now. Petner, he reached on a fielder's choice. So he's 0 for 1 on the day as well. Oof, that one just missing a bit outside. Looked like it was off the plate just about the whole way, and then the final break just did it. That one though, Petner, big swing on it, but a big miss as well. 1-1. McLean dialing in. That one out of the zone. 2-1. This past weekend, had a lot of fun tuning into the NBA All-Star Game. I always like the festivities before the game more than the actual game itself. Saw Patrick Beverly win the Skills Challenge. Team Bosch win the Shooting Stars Challenge, I think it's called. That's something that he's won for the past 3 years now. With the recent news on him, it's kind of tough to believe for Miami Heat fans. Although I'm not sure we have many of those in San Antonio. Strike 3 there for McLean on the curve. 2 away. And then we had a 3-point contest. Steph Curry taking the throne right there. Score of 27, a new high there. And then the slam dunk contest. Goodness. This kid from Minnesota just set the world on fire with his dunks. Although I'm not sure his the alley-oop slam. I saw a tweet that was the first alley-oop for Dirk since 2004. And me being from around there, I'm a big fan of Nowitzki. Duncan, of course, also rightfully named an All-Star. It's always good to see these greats really just keep on adding to their legacy. I think Duncan and Dirk and Kobe now, one of each of them, I should say, is one of, I think, 6 people now with over 13 All-Star Game appearances, which is just mind-blowing that you're that good for that long. Runner on first off of the Gonzalez error. Dope Key, he's at the plate. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Ground out to short. Throw on over to first. Nothing doing there from Fairbach. One no the count. That one shot over towards short. Hamilton has it. Little scoop on to second, and that'll do it. For the first time today, not a 1-2-3 inning, but it'll do just fine as the Rattlers are through. No runs, no hits, 1 error committed, 1 man left on base. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th here on the Rattler Network. And welcome back, Rattler fans. Bottom of the fifth set to get underway. It'll be the top of the order due up for your St. Mary's Rattler, Orton, Perez, Hamilton. The big three at the top. First pitch, a bit inside, 1-0. The first game of the year in Dixon. I actually noticed this when I was looking back over my book. As that one hit over towards short, good glove there by Schiff, and Orton is retired. But just to go over the potential that these guys can do at the plate, all three of the starting of the three guys at the top of the order had 3 runs scored, 3 RBIs, and at least 3 hits. That's some pretty solid production up top, if you ask me. Perez now to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice. Also a pop out to short. He scored a run as well. 0-1 to AJ. Dobie dealing. A bit inside. Perez got out of the way, 1-1. And that one a little bit inside as well, as it'll get back to the backstop, and AJ now finds himself ahead. Two and one with 1 away. That one shot over towards short. Mead will have it. And 2 Rattlers quickly retired.
Shortstop, Derek Hamilton.
Here's Derek Hamilton now. So he'll try to get it going for the boys in blue. Hamilton, he's 1 for 2 on the day. Popped out his last time up. He does have a single, though. That pitch in there called strike 1. And now 1-1. I've seen these Rattlers. The thing about their top of their order, they also do really well. They take pitches. And they're not afraid to go deep into counts. And when you can have the top of your order guys doing that, can really set things up for you a little bit later on in the inning, or even especially later on in the game. When you got quality hitters up top like St. Mary's does. 2-2 the count. And welcome back, Rattler fans. Top of the sixth about to get underway, but first a word from Union Pacific. Union Pacific is proud to partner with nearly 7,300 communities across 23 states with a record of years of high ethical standards, teamwork, and community service. Union Pacific is the premier railroad in North America. Union Pacific offers employees opportunities to build their talents and impact almost any industry in the nation. Learn more about how you can build America with Union Pacific at www.up.jobs. New pitcher in for the Rattlers. It's going to be John Lynch, a newcomer. It's that first one in there to Marler, called strike one. That'll do it for Matt McLean's day, as he'll finish up with 5 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts recorded. 0-2 now the count to Schiff. John Lynch, a 16.92 ERA on the year, but that's only in 1 appearance. He pitched 2 2/3 innings and allowed 5 earned runs. And welcome back, Rattlers.
Leading off
Bottom of the sixth set to get underway. It'll be Marler, Brandell, and Gonzalez due up this inning for the Rattlers. It's that first pitch. Paints the outside corner. Called strike one here to Marler. 1 for 2 on the day. Single. Last time up, he grounded out towards second base. So bit outside, 1-1. Shade starting to take over the majority of the field. I see the light starting to come on just a bit. So it looks like we'll have a little bit of baseball action under the lights. So that one out of the zone, and 2-1 now. Stobie's still out there, still working. Remind you, Rattler fans, we will have another double header of action against the same University of Mary team. Start at 1 o'clock tomorrow. This one grounded over to short. The throw in time as Schiff was able to get Marler 1 away.
designated hitter, Bryce Brandel.
Here comes Bryce Brandel now. Bryce, he's 0 for 2 today. Pop out, a ground out as well. Bryce, he shows bunt, but looks like he might have barely gotten a piece of it and fouled it off of Hennon. 0-1 the count. Hector Colon running a new baseball on out there, making sure Hennon has ample time to recover. Those can hurt a little bit. 0-1 the count. That one a little throw is inside, and Brandel is retired for the 3rd time today.
Third baseman, Al Gonzalez.
So 2 away. Here comes Al. Al's 1 for 2. Had a single, came around, scored a run. That was back in the 2nd inning. That one out of the zone, 1-0. Al showing off his versatility here today. DH, his usual role, but he's playing that third base spot as well. Is that one a called strike? Perhaps just a little bit of rest for Smith. I mean, back-to-back days of doubleheaders can take its toll. 1-1 the count. Al, that one shot over towards short. It's picked by Schiff, and that'll do it. So 1-2-3 goes St. Mary's here in the bottom of the 6th. We'll head to the 7th here on the Rattler Network. And welcome back, Rattler fans. Top of the 7th set to get underway. Here comes Hovey to the plate. He'll be followed by Hinnon and then Dixon. The 2, 3, 4 hitters due up here for the Marauders. Is that one a called strike one? That one, corner of the plate, called strike 2. That one bouncing in the dirt, and the count now 1-2. So something else I wanted to talk about today on the broadcast. I sit down before the games, and if I'm doing them by myself, I write out ideas to talk about just because it's simpler. You know, a little bit of preparation, I suppose. 2-2 the count. Was the Alex Rodriguez apology letter. And I have to say, it's been quite a fall from grace for one Alex Rodriguez. Grew up as a fan of the guy because, you know, he was a Texas Ranger. That was my team. I remember as the count's full and ball 4, Hovey will advance to first on the base on balls. I remember as a kid, I think I was 7 or 8 years old. One Christmas we all got shirts, and I thought that my shirt was going to have the number 3 on the back because my oldest sister got the number 1, my second oldest sister got the number 2. But I had a cousin who was older than me just by a bit, and so he got number 3. I remember being upset because Alex Rodriguez wore number 3, and I wanted to be number 3. 0-1 the count here to Hinnon. He's 0 for 2 on the day. But I got number 4 instead. Michael Finley, you know, Maverick. Also, Spur won championship with San Antonio. As that one gets away, and advancing down to second will be Hovey. That'll be a wild pitch, I believe. 1-1 the count. But I remember being very upset when Alex, well, not only when he went to the Yankees, but then when his steroid use came out, because I think for my generation was just such a great player with such personality as well. And of course he put up the numbers in the home run era. It was someone we just adored. But you know, for Alex to have as this one popped up towards left, it'll be the first out of the inning. But then Alex, he had the first suspension, and then recently he just had the longest suspension in the history of Major League Baseball levied against him. He missed a whole year. I didn't know how to feel about the apology. I mean, part of me was just like thankful that I had forgotten about Alex Rodriguez to a certain extent, just because I'd grown up admiring him so much, and now at this point, just there's nothing there. I mean, just don't feel anything for him really. I mean, it's hard to put into words. I guess I dislike him, but it's that one. Oof, almost very close at picking off Hovey there. But the apology letter, it was something that I thought it was funny, first off, that it was handwritten and that it was cursive, because I don't think anyone uses cursive anymore. I don't think I could write a letter in cursive right now if I really tried. But it just, Alex said it himself in the letter. It's just hard to believe him at this point. And I don't want to sound cliche, but I was just disappointed. And it was something that I hadn't even really worried about, and that I hadn't really even thought about until Alex brought it up. But I suppose it just gets things out of the way now before training camp has to happen. The very good thing, though, that came out of that apology letter, I'd have to say, is all the spoofs. If you haven't heard Frank Caliendo before, he is hilarious when he does his Morgan Freeman voice. He can read anything in that Morgan Freeman voice. It's pure gold. I know he did that on Mike and Mike's show, ESPN. 2-2 the count here, by the way, to Dixon. 1 away. I'll try to pick off again, but nothing doing. But I think my main takeaway from the Alex Rodriguez apology letter was I'd forgotten about him, and I was perfectly fine forgetting about him. As the runner's going here, Funk, the rifle throw, and they got him down there. Good play there by Funk. He absolutely lasered that one down there. And 2 away now with a full count. But ultimately, I think that when Alex's playing days are done and over, as this one popped up into the air, Marlar comes on, he'll make the catch. That'll be the 3rd out of the inning. I think I'll be perfectly fine forgetting Alex Rodriguez and anything he ever did with my team or any other one. I think that's the way a lot of people feel. Alright, well, it's time to stretch. Here's we're in the middle of the 7th on the Rattler Network. And welcome back, Rattler fans. Bottom of the 7th set to get underway. Keith Funk at the plate. That first pitch a bit high, 1-0. We did have a pitching change occur as Smolinski will head on into the ball game. That pitch a bit high as well, so it's going to be 2-0 now. So Stobie, his day is done. He pitched 6 strong innings, but he is on line for the loss. Smolinski, face. I remember St. Mary's facing the name, but I don't remember how they did against him. In other words, I think I basically just said, Smolinski is a pitcher for the Marauders. 3-0 the count here to Funk, and called strike 1. That one fouled off, and the count will be 3-2 now. Sluminski, I should say. I've been saying Smolinski. I apologize. That might have been the name I was thinking of, was Smolinski, but this is Slominski. Well, comes out to short as I teach myself how to pronounce a name on air. It'll be Hermson due up next, and then Orton after him.
First baseman Joe Hermson.
Here comes Hermson now to the plate. StMU, a freshman. His hometown, Colorado Springs. That one swung on and missed. 0-1 the count. StMU, he went to St. Mary's High School, so very comfortable with this St. Mary's versus University of Mary thing going on right now. 1-1 the count. That one out of the zone. 2-1. StMU. That one a shot, but right into the glove of Fairbach. 2 away. Good positioning, leading to good execution. And now here comes Brooks Orton to the plate. We play in the bottom of the 7th. Orton so far today, he's 1 for 2. He had that RBI double. Also drew a walk as a called strike 1 right there. Brooks, if anything, he's started hot. He's been very impressive so far this year. That one out of the zone and a bit above the belt as well. 1-1. AJ Perez waits on the deck should he get an opportunity. 2 away. And that one out of the zone as well. 2-1. The lights are now fully on, so should be no problem with the sun setting right now. That one out of the zone as well. 3-1. In fact, the only area that's really particularly sunny anymore is Bill Greehey Arena in the background. You can't really see it in that camera shot. Bunt being shown, and a bit tight, and Brooks will turn away and walk on down to first.
Center fielder AJ Perez.
Well, here comes AJ now to the plate. AJ, he's 0 for 3 today, although he did reach on a fielder's choice and score a run. Last time up, he grounded out towards second. Oh, and they'll check on Orton. Looks like he might have gotten caught, but good reflexes to dive back. That's been happening a lot today. A lot of outs being created on the base pass, along with some stolen bags as well. The Rattlers might be aware that this is the first time this season that the Marauders are playing, so trying to see if they're sharp, I suppose, more so than anything else. Two away. StMU comes set. And the bunt being laid down with 2 away. It's going to be a foot race, and Perez will beat it by a mile. Speedy Gonzalez going down the line. And now St. Mary's trying to cook something up with 2 away.
Shortstop, Derek Hamilton.
Here comes Hamilton, a man in scoring position. Hamilton, he's 2 for 3 today. Stolen bag, a couple of singles. I'm sure he'd like to add an RBI to his statistics as well. 2 on. That one bit out of the zone, 1-0. That one squirted off foul down that first baseline. Count will be evened at 1-1. The more I think about it, the more I like that bunt base hit by Perez. Everyone's paying mind to Orton over there at first base. I mean, they keep checking on him, and then AJ just able to be disciplined enough to just put down a solid bunt when everyone's thinking about the base runner. And then having the wheels to pull it off as well. 2-1 now the count. I mean, baseball really is chess, not checkers, as they say. Here's the 2-1. And runner's going. Third baseman is far off the bag, and it's a swiped one for Orton. Count will be 2-2. Brooks with his first stolen base of the game. And he can really motor. See some defensive alignments being given. Everything hunky-dory on the Marauders side. 2-2 the count to Hamilton. He'll have to protect the plate here. There goes the runner. That one hit high into the air. It looks like it'll get well out of play over towards what appears to be a bunch of volleyball players. I'm surprised they didn't just spike it out of the air. A little bit of panic on their part. Well, we'll do 2-2 again. Two. Runners on the corners. There goes the runner. Step off, throw to first. And now at second, here comes Brooks towards the plate. He's going to score. And now another run down. St. Mary's puts one across the board. Now it's Perez in the rundown. Perez, he'll be safe at second. St. Mary's playing a little bit of backyard baseball and getting a run out of it. And another player into scoring position as well. Yeah, I don't know how I'd score that one. There was a run. Well, runner in scoring position, 3-1 now. 2-2 still the count to Hamilton. That one fouled back. I think ultimately out of that we're just going to get E6. So, all right, why not? Put it in my book. Boop. 2-2 still the count. Derek hanging around. Perez decent lead down there at second. And we'll do 2-2 yet again. Big at bat here for Derek. He's fouled off 4 in a row now. Amidst all the checking on base runners and everything else going on. That one inside. 3-2 now. Full count. Infield playing very deep. Outfield playing at normal depth, I'd say. And ball 4. Derek Hamilton ends up working the walk. And this little 2-out rally will continue.
Second baseman, Mario Maldonado.
Here comes Mario now. He's 0 for 2 today. He's reached on a base on balls, though. St. Mary's a real chance to possibly blow this one away out of reach. Is that one dealt in there, called strike 1. As we see Smolinski getting on ahead. Or Sluminski. Beg your pardon. Slaminski sets. And that one in the dirt, 1-1. If you're Slaminski, you just have to go on ahead, try to focus on the batter right now. You've seen what focusing on the base runners can do. 2-1 here to Mario. This one popped high into the air. Will it stay in play? Looks like it won't as it goes on top of the locker room. And the count will be 2-2. And a normally high amount of balls get hit on top of that locker room, I'll tell you what. Two and two, the count. Ooh, and Mario looks at it on the outside corner. That'll do it for the bottom of the seventh. But not before St. Mary's are able to push across one more run. One run on one hit, two left on base as we head to the eighth here on the Rattler Network. And welcome back, Rattler fans. Top of the eighth about to get underway. Just a quick scoring note over on the softball sides of things. St. Mary's leading currently 9-3 over there at the softball stadium. After this game's over, be sure to flip on over. I think we'll have some action over there at the softball field. That one put up the middle off the mound. Maldonado have to throw across his body. It's picked clean by Hermson. Out number one with a flourish. Here comes Fairbach now to the plate.
Third baseman, Drew Fairbach.
Fairbach, he's 0 for 2 today. Reached on an air the last time up. This one hit high into the air. It's a can of corn. Orton, settle under it. He'll make the play. 2 away. And softball continuing their tear. They're up 9-3. Like I said, they're number 4 in the nation currently, so they've had a very, very hot start. Back to the baseball action. 1-0 the count now to Doepke. And make it 2-0 now. Lynch still out there working. He had a nice little break there in between innings of work. Rattlers providing him another run of support. Called strike right there. Matt McLean, he is on the line for the win, though. That one bit out of the zone, 3-1. That one hit up the middle. A little looper, and Maldonado will handle it, and that'll do it for the inning. A quick 1-2-3 inning of work. We head to the bottom of the 8th here on the Rattler Network. St. Mary's leading 3-0. Oh, I guess. Oh, hey, didn't go. And welcome back, Rattler fans. Some live television going on right here as I have a new pitcher here for the Marauders. It'll be Kevin Famius. They have his numbers from 2013 here on the website. He had an ERA of 6.0, a win-loss of 1-1. He appeared in 14 games, started none of them. So he is strictly a bullpen guy from the looks of things. As the first Rattler he'll be facing will be Marlar. That one dealt in there, ball one. Marlar, he's 1 for 3 today. And 2-0 now. Famius trying to find his groove. And that one high, 3-0 now. So a lot of high pitches here. It's Marlar, I'm sure, will be content to just leave the shoulder on the bat on the shoulder, I should say. 3-1. That'd look a little weird leaving a shoulder on a bat. You have to turn upside down or something. Well, 3-1 the count. And there's the base on balls for Marlar. Rattlers, they've done a pretty good job of getting their leadoff man aboard here today. And of course, when you can do that, it can only help you produce runs.
Your attention please for the Rattlers. Pinch hitting for Randall, number 2, Scott Jones.
So here comes Scott Jones to pinch hit. Scott Jones, he's hitting 300 on the year. He's played in 8 games, started 6 of them. 1 RBI, a triple as well. Very reliable bat for the St. Mary's team. As they'll So one away as Scott Jones pops out. I apologize. It looked like we had some technical difficulties right there. A black screen. Al Gonzalez now coming to the plate. I suppose I should restart at the inning. I don't know if anyone could hear me or what was going on, but there is a new pitcher for the Marauders. It's Famias. As that one shot over to short, and it'll be a double play as the Rattlers are caught with a little bit of bad base running. So one way or another, it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Marauders. We head to the top of the ninth. Again, I apologize for those technical difficulties, but we head to the ninth here on the Rattler Network. And welcome back, Rattler fans. Top of the ninth, set to get underway. John Lynch, he's still out there, as we have a substitution over there at third base. Matt Smith, he'll be checking into the game, as it looks like Al Gonzalez, his day will be done. Scott Jones, he'll be filling in at that designated hitter role, so no worries right there. No worries right there. As that first pitch fouled off. We have a pinch hitter here on the Marauders side of things as well. It would be Clay Bosingwaite as he fouls off the first one, and strike two called right there. He'll pinch hit for Schiff. Bosingwaite, he pitched earlier today, so now he'll grab a bat as well. He's listed as a pitcher, so getting a little bit of work in both. 1-2 the count. John Lynch still out there on the mound. He is on line for the save, as he will have worked more than 3 innings in relief. Also, the score is close enough to have a save as well. 2-2 the count. This one laced into right field. It'll be a leadoff single for the Marauders. Marauders, they scored 1 run earlier today. That one in a 5-1 loss to the Rattlers. They did so in the final inning, so it's looking possible that could be a similar situation here. Although you don't know, and game's not over till it's over, of course. Ethan Mead now stepping to the plate. Lynch looking in. That first pitch, a bit outside, 1-0. Lynch looks in. That one a bit high. And it'll be 2-0 now. Well, if you're Lynch, the last thing you want to do is start allowing people to get on board. So, see how aggressive he can here. And a called strike right there. Fastball inside corner. Both teams, again, a little bit on the sloppy side, fielding-wise. Both teams, they've committed 2 errors. Something that we also saw in the first game. Swung on and missed. Straight heat. Mead steps back in. Lynch comes set. That one popped into the air. And into the parking lot. We'll do 2-2 again. Rattler fans, again a reminder, we do have another doubleheader of action here in baseball. That will get underway at 1 o'clock tomorrow. This one hit down, diving effort by Perez. He won't get it. Orton will come up with it. Here come the runners. Oh, and 2 men are going to be on second base, but the throw gets away. It's going to get to the backstop, so it's going to end up being runners on second and third. Bosingway was getting waved towards third the whole way, but a tough sequence of events right there. Another error committed by St. Mary's. Well, it's 2 aboard, and the tying run is now at the plate. It's awesome. He's 0 for 1 today. He popped out to short in his first at bat in the 6th. That one hot shot up the middle. Throw will go to first. The Rattlers will trade the run for the out. Now it'll be Hovey coming up to the plate.
Center fielder Trent Hovey.
Runner on third. St. Mary's, it's getting a little interesting right here. First pitch a bit low, 1-0. Hannon, he waits on deck. That one. Oh, it gets past Smith, and we're going to have ourselves a 1-run ball game. That one. Again, apologize for the technical difficulties. Broadcast seems to be cutting in and out. Fortunately, I caught it this time. A little bit quicker, I suppose. Well, 3-2 the score. As that pitch out of the zone, 1-0. Hannon at the plate, Hovey at first. Hovey, he represents the tying run. This ball hit high into the air. Perez has a beat on it. Oh, he had to come back in. The wind threw that one back. But it will be 2 away, and St. Mary's 1 out away from securing both of the doubleheader victories. Here comes Dixon to the plate. Lynch 1 out away from the save. Dixon, he's 0 for 3 today. He did reach base on an error. That one Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. 0-1 the count, 2 away. There goes the runner, the throw on down to second. Oh, not in time. Funk started to walk off even though he had to pump the ball there. But the count will be 1-1 and Hovey now in scoring position. This one is getting intense. One and one. Lynch looking in. 1-2 now. Rattlers 1 strike away. Dixon, he'll have to be careful. Lynch, he'll step off and go through the signals again. Strike 3 called. That'll do it for the ball game. St. Mary's take both games of this doubleheader. Some very, very nice pitching out of the Rattlers here today. Matt McLean, he'll get the win in his season debut, and John Lynch, he'll get the save as well. St. Mary's a very timely their run production. Turns out they needed every single bit they could get. Rattler fans, again a reminder, we will be having a doubleheader again tomorrow. That starts at 1 o'clock. Again, we want to thank Union Pacific for all that they did for us today. It was really a pleasure to have a sponsor to do on the air. And again, baseball fans, we hope you enjoyed today's game, and please help me in extending another special thank you to our game sponsor, Union Pacific. Rattler fans, be sure to flip on over, tune into the softball action going on right now, the St. Mary's Invitational. Also, we want to thank you for watching. Tune in tomorrow for the Rattler Network. I'm Joe Rodriguez. Take care, everyone.